back to the channel. Today we're going to unravel some incredibly complex events in Genoa. Rumors are circulating around the Newman family, but what's the truth? In this video, I'll summarize the plot points that will be revealed in the next episode. Stay tuned to see what happens.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is a beautifully chaotic day, and we have so much to unpack about the latest Genoa City drama. Grab a coffee, settle in, and let's dive right into the absolute madness we just witnessed on screen. Okay, so I've been thinking about this, and I literally cannot sleep because my brain is just doing backflips over this Nick and Sharon scene. Like, I'm mentally sitting here in the Newman living room, trying to decode what just happened, and it is driving me insane. Here's what's bugging me. Nick actually confessing that he wants to Georgia till Matt Clark. And not just like a casual I want to kill that guy hyperbole that people throw around on soap operas all the time when they are mildly inconvenient. No, wait. It was deeper than that. It was chilling? I mean, not exactly, but kind of. The way he said it, his eyes were completely dead. Or maybe not dead, maybe hyper-focused. I don't know. The point is, he meant it. He literally meant he wants to end Matt's life. He wasn't venting. He was stating a fact, a premeditated intention. And that shifts Nick from being a stressed-out guy to a genuinely dangerous wildcard. Actually, no. First, I should mention the context, because if you don't think about the context, the confession doesn't hit as hard. Okay, wait. Let me back up. We have to remember exactly where Nick's head is at right now in the timeline. He is under a massive, crushing amount of pressure. Like, astronomical levels of stress that would break anyone. First of all, he's battling this horrific addiction. The fentanyl, the cocaine, it's completely rewiring his impulse control and his brain chemistry. And then there's Nikki. Oh my god, Nikki. Her bandages just came off, and the doctors are saying she might be permanently blind. That alone is enough to break a son's heart and push him to the edge. But then you add Victor moving Matt Clark, the man who literally tortured their family, onto the Newman ride. It's insane. It's weird. Like, really weird. The whole thing is just weird. Victor's logic is so twisted, but what was I saying? Oh right, Nick's confession. So Nick is standing there with Sharon, and he drops this massive bomb. He doesn't just say he's angry or frustrated. He admits he has genuinely thought about making Matt disappear permanently. He even hints that he might have a secret plan already in motion. Wait, a secret plan? When did he have time to make a secret plan between spiraling on drugs and yelling at Victor? Probably doesn't matter, but I noticed the way his hands were shaking when he said it. Was it the drugs? Or was it the adrenaline of finally saying the quiet part out loud? He truly believes that as long as Matt is breathing free air, Sharon, Noah, and Sienna are in mortal danger. But then again, that doesn't explain why he thinks he has to be the one to do it. Or maybe it does? He's got this massive hero complex, mixed with a martyr complex, mixed with whatever chemical imbalance the drugs are causing. He thinks he is the only one who can stop the monster, which is such a classic Newman trait. Sharon's reaction is what really got me though. You could see the exact second the blood drained from her face. She was absolutely terrified. And, honestly, she should be. She realizes in real time that Nick is completely losing his grip on reality. I think it was episode 12? Or 13? Somewhere around there when Sharon first started getting these bad vibes about Nick's mood, but this was the ultimate confirmation. She looks at him, and it's not the Nick she knows and loves. It's this dark, volatile stranger. She immediately goes into crisis mode, which makes sense given her own history. I mean, she was locked in a clinic by Martin Laurent, she dealt with Cameron Kirsten, she knows what it's like to be around unhinged, dangerous men. So she demands he hand over his weapon. Wait, weapon? Does Nick just carry a gun around the ranch now? I guess he does. He has a weapon, and she tells him to stay away from Matt and get professional help immediately. But Nick's response is just. It breaks my heart, but it also makes me want to scream at my TV. He begs her. He literally begs Sharon to keep it a secret. His logic is so deeply flawed here. He tells her that if Victor or the police find out, he'll be arrested or thrown back into a rehab facility. Okay, I know I just said the opposite, but hear me out. Isn't rehab exactly what he needs right now? He's terrified of losing his freedom, but he's already a prisoner to his addiction and his violent obsession with Matt. He's terrified of Victor finding out, which, fair. Victor would probably lock him in a dungeon for his own good. But Nick pleading with Sharon puts her in an impossible position. She loves him, she wants to protect him, but covering up a potential premeditated murder? That's a lot, even for Sharon. She's basically being asked to be an accomplice to a crime that hasn't happened yet. And just when you think Sharon has talked him down, like, there was this split second where I thought, okay, maybe she reached him. Maybe the crisis is averted. Maybe he's going to hand over the gun. Nope. No, wait. The writers pulled the rug right out from under us. Just as she thinks she's gotten through to him, news breaks that Matt has disappeared. And not just disappeared. He disappeared with Phyllis. Phyllis? What the actual heck is Phyllis doing? I need to go down a rabbit hole about this for a second, because it's driving me crazy. Why is Phyllis with Matt? We saw them getting cozy recently, which made Nick lose his mind, but now they've actually vanished together? Are they on the run? Is Phyllis playing Matt? She has to be, right? She's trying to redeem herself after the whole AI fake evidence disaster with Christine and Victor. She is desperate for a win. Maybe she thinks if she neutralizes Matt, she'll win back some favor with the Newmans and get her company back? But then again, that doesn't explain why she would risk her own life with a known psychopath who is faking Wait, is Matt faking amnesia? I'm like 99% sure he is, but sometimes the show makes me doubt myself. Anyway, the point is... Wait, what was the point? Oh, Phyllis. Phyllis is secretly tracking him, or helping him escape Victor's control. She's the wild card in this whole scenario. And Nick finding out that Matt is gone, and he's with Phyllis, his ex-wife, the mother of his daughter, it's the ultimate trigger. It pushes him over the edge. The moment Nick hears this news, you can see the last remaining thread of his sanity just snap. It's like a physical transformation on screen. He doesn't even say goodbye to Sharon, he just bolts. He rushes out into the night to find Matt. And I'm just sitting here thinking, how is he going to find them? Does he have a tracker on Phyllis? Did he hack her phone? I don't know. The logistics are fuzzy, but the emotion is so incredibly raw. He is a man possessed. He is completely consumed by this need to eliminate Matt Clark. And part of me is like, yes, Nick, protect your family. But the other part is like, Nick, you're high on cocaine and you're going to commit murder. Please stop. It's such a conflicting viewing experience. Back at the ranch, Sharon is left in a state of sheer panic. And this is where I start second-guessing the writing. She panics, and she has to call someone. The notes say she calls either Victor or Noah. Let's analyze this. If she calls Victor, she is essentially handing Nick over to the very person Nick is terrified of. Victor will handle it, sure, but he'll handle it the Victor way, which usually involves kidnapping someone, throwing them in a basement, and manipulating the situation for his own corporate gain. If she calls Noah... Oh God, Noah. Noah is already a ticking time bomb. He just had that explosive, bloody confrontation with Matt, where he got punched in the face and was bleeding. If Sharon calls Noah and tells him his dad is off to murder Matt, Noah might just grab a weapon and join him. It's a lose-lose situation for Sharon. I think she calls Victor. I really do. Because at the end of the day, Victor has the resources to stop a murder. Or cover one up. Either way, Sharon is hyperventilating, the camera is doing that dramatic zoom on her face, and the tension is just off the charts. It's weird. Like, really weird. The whole thing is just weird how quickly it escalated from a quiet, terrifying confession in a living room to a full-blown manhunt in the middle of Genoa City. Sharon is usually the one who can talk Nick down from the ledge, but this time, the ledge just crumbled beneath his feet. And then... the cliffhanger. Oh my God, the cliffhanger. I have replayed this scene in my head 100 times today. Nick somehow finds Matt. Of course he does. It's a soap opera. People always find each other in abandoned warehouses or closed rooms right at the dramatic climax. So Nick tracks him down to this closed room. We don't even know where it is yet. Is it a motel room? Is it the Shadow Room's back office? Is it that creepy abandoned gas station in Vegas again? No, wait, they're in GC now. So it's some random room. The door kicks open, or maybe it was already open, I don't know, but Nick is standing there. He's standing there in the doorway, and the lighting is all dark and moody, casting these harsh, ominous shadows on his face. And he raises his weapon. He actually raises the gun. He points it dead at Matt Clark. And the look on Matt's face, is it fear? Is it that smug, arrogant smirk he always had? If Matt is faking his amnesia, this is the moment he drops the act, right? He has to. You don't stare down the barrel of a gun held by a drug-addicted, enraged father and keep pretending you don't know who he is. Matt's entire facade has to crumble in this moment. Nick stands there, weapon raised, and he declares his final intent. The notes say, he announces it right there. I'm going to end this, or something like that. The dialogue cuts off, but you know what he's saying. He's saying that the terror ends tonight. But will he actually pull the trigger? I mean, basically, kind of, sort of. The show has been teasing this dark turn for Nick for weeks. They've been building up this relapse, the stress with Nikki, the trauma with Noah and Sharon. If he doesn't pull the trigger, it feels like a massive cop-out. But if he does pull the trigger, Nick becomes a murderer. And that changes the fabric of his character forever. Okay, I know I just said he'd become a murderer, but hear me out. What if it's self-defense? What if Matt lunges at him? Or what if Phyllis is in the room? We completely forgot about Phyllis. Where is she during this standoff? Did Matt knock her out? Is she tied to a chair in the corner? If Phyllis is in danger, Nick shooting Matt becomes a heroic act of saving his ex-wife. See, this is why I can't sleep. My brain just keeps spinning these different scenarios. If Phyllis is there, she might be the one to talk Nick down. Or, knowing Phyllis, she might yell at him to shoot. Phyllis is just as chaotic as Nick is right now. Let's backtrack to the weapon for a second. Nick raising the weapon is such a powerful visual. Nick has always been the good. He's the one who tries to do the right thing, the one who judges Adam for his dark, violent tendencies. And here he is, acting exactly like Adam. Acting exactly like Victor. It's this tragic full-circle moment where the golden boy is finally corrupted by the darkness of his family legacy and his own trauma. It's brilliant character development, honestly. But it's also terrifying to watch a character you've loved for years just completely disintegrate morally. And what about Noah? If Noah finds out about this, it's going to completely destroy him. Noah has been trying to protect his family. He's been trying to be the man of the house while Nick was dealing with his addiction. If his dad commits murder, Noah's guilt is going to be astronomical. He'll think he should have done more. He should have killed Matt himself when they fought at the club. It's going to create this massive ripple effect across the entire Newman family, fracturing relationships that are already hanging by a thread. And Victor. Oh, Victor is going to have an absolute field day with this. If Nick kills Matt, Victor will absolutely use it to control him. He'll cover it up, he'll hide the body, he'll bribe the police, and he'll hold it over Nick's head for the rest of his life. You are my son. You have my blood. I protected you. I can already hear Eric Braeden delivering the lines with that gravelly voice. It's going to be epic television. But it's also going to destroy whatever fragile independence Nick has left. He will be Victor's puppet forever. I mean, I'm just thinking out loud here, but the whole thing is just... wow. The confession, the panic, the disappearance, the confrontation. It's top-tier drama. I'm exhausted just analyzing it, but I can't stop. I need to know what happens next. Does the gun go off? Does the screen fade to black with a gunshot sound? Probably. That's a classic Friday cliffhanger move. Anyway, I think I've rambled enough for one night. I'm going to try to get some sleep, but I'll probably just lie awake staring at the ceiling, wondering if Matt Clark is finally going to... Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Wait, do you think Adam will show up and take the blame? Oh God, another rabbit hole. Okay, good night.